What are you laughing about, Zach?
Oh, you giving Abby a hard time. I'll take up for her.
Usually.
Hey, you forgot to mention Chance Womack is not signed yet with the Titans.
I know it. Him or D. Milner has signed with the Jets.
There's something here.
They said there's some kind of little deals in their contract they got to work out. I'm like, come on, all the other guys are signed. Come on, guys, get in camp. They need you.
What else you guys act before I start talking about NASCAR?
Jadavian Clowney, South Carolina's looking into that if possible contact between him and Jay-Z. Jay-Z's made it known that he wants to represent him.
Oh, yeah.
And but if he has taken any money or anything from him, then he could. I mean, I don't know if he'd have to sit out the year, but they might have to.
Steve Spurrier is one of my favorite coaches. Clowney is a beast. I got to tell you, he is
Absolutely.
a freaking beast.
You know, they said that if they had the new rules this year that he made would be illegal. I mean,
Spurrier said he hit him right here.
He didn't hit him helmet to helmet. I mean, come on, are they gonna put skirts
all
on
right, now, of all the Alabama games
that
we've lost in the last 5 years, the day South Carolina beat us was a absolutely beat down.
It was bad.
Garcia had his. He ain't never played a game like. He looked like Joe Namath playing out there that day.
The only time I ever went to South Carolina was when Coach Fran, Hold the Rope coach, was there, and Lou Holtz was coaching South Carolina. They beat us. It's like they won the national championship. That's how they feel when they beat Alabama.
But anyway,
that's how a lot of people feel when they beat Alabama.
What else you got, Zach?
You heard Florida linebacker Antonio Morrison.
We had that on yesterday.
Resisting arrest charges were dropped.
Barking at a dog.
Yep, he's okay now. Philip Sims, who at one time thought he was going to beat out A.J. McCarron, is looking to transfer to his third school now. I mean, come on, guy. When are you going to give up?
Who's going to be Alabama's backup this year? Who's going to play?
I think it'll be Alec Morris. I mean, you're going to have Alec and Blake Sims fighting for it in this fall camp, but I believe it'll be him.
Well, they don't get to play a whole lot.
No. But a lot of people was talking about, we got to mention Mac Brown. What a crybaby. I mean, mad because he's like, look at Coach Saban's support staff. He's got so many more.
Well, it's legal.
I had to go I hired one of Alabama's guys, though. Well, you know what, Coach? Get out and work a little harder. It's nothing illegal about it. Go hire you some more guys. It don't matter if we got...
Get on them, Zach.
We'll
take no crap on them, Zach.
I mean, come on.
Get on that soapbox.
I mean, Coach Brown, give me a break.
And he's still saying if Colt McCoy hadn't got hurt in like the first series, but they might have beaten Bama.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Didn't.
Who won?
We did by 14.
Absolutely. They need to quit crying over that.
How's area football shaping up? What's Coach Pugh and Coach Legg going to have?
I think Coach, both of them breaking in new quarterbacks. East Limestone looks like Britt Pugh will be the starter at East. Ardmore's got Miller kid, Garrison Miller, who's coming back. He'll be a sophomore, so this is his second year. So they, at Ardmore, it's more like a power running game. They don't have a lot of athletes to get out and do a lot of passing, so they're going to rely on running and defense.
Let me update you on NASCAR. ESPN's 8-year run of broadcasting NASCAR Sprint Cup nationwide will end after next year, 2014. NASCAR announced Tuesday that NBC has signed a 10-year deal to televise the final 20 Cup races and final nationwide starting in 2015, and Fox will be doing the Daytona 500 and 12 other races, which leads me to this story about racing. A 64-year-old San Jose man was arrested Friday night on suspicion of driving under the influence in a car race in Santa Cruz Ocean Speedway. There were complaints that Leslie Charles Hunter was driving recklessly while driving in a race at around about 8:20 that night. They responded to complaints that they found Hunter in the pit area where the venue after the race and had completed a race. Witnesses said he was driving, forced other drivers to the side of the track. He was arrested for driving under the influence with a blood alcohol content much higher than the .08. Now he was in a race. If you're drunk driving around a racetrack,
that's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad.
I mean, that'd be like, giving Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, say, I'll drink you a six-pack before you get out there. Man, you're talking about being some wrecks.
What else you got, Zach?
Talking about Ryan Braun, with the Milwaukee Brewers. There's another guy, I'm sorry, an idiot. I mean, he could have fessed up a couple years ago that I was cheating using performance-enhancing drugs. Throws a guy under the bus that come to pick up his sample saying he tampered with it and caused this guy a lot of damage, and then he works out a deal with Major League Baseball. If you'll just suspend me in that last 65 games, I'll be okay. I mean, come on, dude. I mean, you threw this guy under the bus. You threw your teammates under the bus. You lied, and he's got a lot of things in common with Jose Canseco and Mark McGuire. You know what that is, Jamie?
What?
Ex-Huntsville Star.
Oh, yeah.
It's like somebody said, what's going on? And Nelson Cruz for the Texas Rangers, who possibly could be next. He played for Huntsville Stars. And A-Rod, they're saying he could face a lifetime ban.
Well, he needs to be out anyway. He's made enough money. Let me go back to football 1 second. They had their conference talking. Urban Meyer said, we're not the only program in America that makes mistakes, even though he's had, in Florida, they're still covering up stuff. But let's talk about Lane Kiffin a second. He was speaking yesterday. Last year, they came out number 1. If y'all all remember, Alabama was number 2.
Yep.
It also says here, USC, Southern Cal, is the only team since the invention of the AP preseason poll in 1950 to begin at number 1 and end with at least 6 losses.
Ooh.
Losers.
Tennessee fans, they feel about him like we feel about Coach Fran. Good riddance.
Actually, I can't say anything bad about Coach Fran. We had the
was
pleasure of
always nice
interviewing
to
him
me.
a couple times. He could walk right up to him. He did us a favor by leaving, even though we got
absolutely.
Shula after that.
At the time, well, now it's rolling baby Mike Price.
half the people in
Price,
Alabama
forget about
couldn't
him.
pronounce his name. That's why we called him Coach Fran.
Coach Fran, Fran Choney.
Choney.
Then after he left, I called him Coach Fraud Choney.
He left without saying
He still
bye.
hadn't got over that, Zach.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, Zach, what else you got?
I
We
got-
wind this
I'm
puppy
ready
up.
for-
You can head off to work.
I'm
tomorrow.
ready for some
Well, you're a
words.
world-class
I'm
scientist.
ready for some words of wisdom. I got some good ones today, Gloria.
All right, let's hear it.
All right, I got 3 or 4 real quick ones. Okay, no act of kindness is too small. The gift of kindness may start as a small ripple that over time can turn into a tidal wave, affecting the lives of many.
And that was one of your better ones?
Here you go. If someone comes into your life and leaves a good impression that can't be erased or ignored, that is a person you need to hold on to.
Well, that's a rare occasion,
Like
though.
that one.
Yeah. Here's another one. Things always have a way of working out. Never underestimate the power of prayer, faith, and love. That's good. Here's my last one, Jamie. People change. Love hurts. Friends leave.
Jeez,
Things
Zach.
go wrong.
You're gonna make
But
me
just
cry.
remember, life goes on.
Great.
Zach, you better be thankful I'm not doing the Anthony Weiner story with you up here this morning.
No, don't put him through that.
My first name's Anthony, and that's a disgrace. That guy right there. What a.
Sexting's a big thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's a real weenie.
You got that right, Brad.
All right, let's talk about the yard sale again next week. We'll plug
Yeah.
it next week.
Yeah.
Where is it going to
At the-
be? Because we were there last year.
Nelson Lane, right off Elton Road, across from the Piney Chapel Tractor Pool. So just come on over Friday and Saturday. If I got some wheat bread, some bologna, some.
See, if you
tomatoes,
offer
I'll
free
make-
tomato
Free
sandwiches, you may have a bigger crowd.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna take off that Friday and just make sandwiches and
Well,
make a
you
little
tell
extra
Coach
money.
Pugh
You
and
can't
Coach
make a
Fegg
tomato
we're waiting on them to come up
sandwich,
here.
maybe
And
middle
Zeke's
of
going to be here
August.
with us on Thursdays, too, I think, cooking for us.
That'd be great having Zeke up here too. But I think the middle of August, when they first start school, they'll start.
Now, have you
be here.
determined your position on the sidelines yet?
Nothing's been determined yet. Coach still wants me to keep stats, but I want to watch.
Well, how about learning to use a camera where you can shoot a little video for it?
Well, I could do that too.
Get with Brad and don't do like his wife and get run over on the first play of the game. All right, it's good to see you, Zach.
Good to see you,
Y'all,
Jamie.
what's that email address again?
BamaZack@gmail.com.
Someone
Zack.
email him.
Yeah, I just want to get a little cozy again before.
Get cozy, Zach.
A little cozy.
We'll tell you all about cozy coming up here hopefully by next week. Right now, we
Yes.
got to take a break. Y'all hang on.